let's get started the stream then. Doesn't look like anyone's come along just yet, but that's fine. I'm happy enough to go along to myself if I need to. Let's just get Domina launched up then. The last time we were doing pretty good. Oh, hello, Jamie. Uh, I don't know why you're mentioning hairy steaks again. I don't want to remember hairy steak. God, that was not a fun thing to think of, was it? Anyway, we're playing some Domina at the moment, and I've got some very powerful gladiators. And potentially we're able to get you as a gladiator as well if you want. Make you fight to the death. I know that's what you've always wanted. There we go. That's Domina bot activated now. Yeah, this is an endless run, so things are going rather well. You've just said hairy steak again. Brilliant. Well, we can buy you here if you want. Do you want to be boss as a gladiator? I'll leave it up to you. Buy as a slave, we can train you up easily enough. You'll need to make a choice of what kind of gladiator you want to be though, if we do buy you. Steak hairy, good to know. I'll just buy you then. There we are. Who's this person? We don't need them. We can just give them freedom. There we go. Do you have any preference of what class you want to be? You can have a big sword, sword and a shield, spear, shield and a net, 2 hooked blades, bow and arrow, or a spear and you also throw javelins. There's also charioteer, but they're boring, so I'm not going to let you be one of them. You want spear, which one? You've got spear and throwing spears, or spear, shield and a net. The Brutaris or Rivulet, the one with the throwing spears. Got it. Let's get you some fancy equipment then, because I've got way too much money in this game. There we go. Now we just need to get you some training. But yeah, as things go, this is what your stats look like. Look at those numbers. Try and remember them if you can. Then you'll see the best two gladiators who do 90.1k damage and have 3.5k health instead. Some might argue it's a bit overpowered. I would agree. But we've got them, and that's what matters. I've also got myself here, I'm looking pretty tough. But I know what we should do. Exhibition match between me and you. Now you might think immediately, that's a bit biased, but I will assure you, my gladiator's hardly good. Even when you're half dead, you're standing a good chance of beating me. Let's see. Can I hit you much? I can a bit. Not very well though. I think you might win this potentially. Oh, never mind. I managed to get a few hits in on you. If you're on full health, you definitely would have won. But as it stands, you just got a bunch of AI training, which is all good. Oh Christ, 10 times production. Oh, I should have told you how to use... I really should have told you how to use channel points. This might seem mad, but I think I might actually sell this guy to get times 10 production on him. Apart from that, now we've got quacks as well. Perfect. Yeah, I'll give you extra stamina. There you go. extra max stamina and stamina recovery. You're doing very well for yourself now. Tyrant Soul, I could train in something. He was wanting to max out attack last time, so I'm going to keep going for that. But yeah, these two, they're ridiculously powerful. I mean, 12.5k health. Are you spending all your points to harass me? I mean, I don't blame you. That's probably what I'd do given a chance. Anyway, I'll show you how powerful this person is. Tyrant Soul, the very fancy Mermillo with a big two-handed sword. Now, do you want to predict how long this fight will last at all? I'll give you a second to do that if you want, because I can tell you now it's not going to last long. 3 seconds. That's literally the countdown. I mean, 1, 2, no, it's 2 seconds, if that. Just 86,000 damage in there. Sadly, you were a little bit off. No, you're not allowed to lose, that's not allowed. How dare you. You'll get timed out if you continue to do that. Oh god, hairy steak. Why is that the first thing that came to mind for that prompt yesterday? That was terrible. I regret it partly. Not entirely, only partly. Yeah. We've got a fair few powerful people. And sadly, none of them have come along to stream just yet. But yeah, this Medicus is definitely going to be helping out. Like, how many channel points do you have? I don't know what's going on. How do you have so many? I mean, were you watching for most of the stream yesterday? You were, weren't you? So you have about 2 hours worth saved up. Anyway, let's do another exhibition match. I'm going to put myself in again because I want to try and prestige myself. Who should I fight? Who's nice and easy to beat? Potentially not him. Probably not you. I'll go against a me, a charioteer. Well, I'm not going to die, don't you worry. I am more than safe enough when that comes in because my people have been trained to give up before that happens. But look at this, I'm going against the guy with a bloody whip. How are they doing better? Like, based on the damage they've dealt to me at least, they're doing better. Based on health left, I'm doing better. That's simply because I had more max health. There we go. I managed to win yet again. I'm surprisingly doing quite well, considering the bow and arrow lad's pretty useless. We've got our first proper fight now. Is there anyone very dangerous I need to worry about? I'm not seeing anyone. No, we can go against any of these, I'll let you pick. 5v5 gauntlet means it's 1v1 5 times. Many versus many means I can put any number of gladiators in to fight all of them. There's 4 chained lions. And again, many versus many, but my gladiators start tied up. It's got option 1, 2 or 3. Take your pick. Name someone alias. I mean, I could. I mean, most of my people are pretty proficient at fighting, but that would seem a bit ill-fitting. I think I'll possibly do the gauntlet. Let's send Tyrant Soul in. How long is this going to last? I'm going to say up to 10 seconds. It might not even be anywhere near that long though. I mean, that was just spawn camping, wasn't it? Christ, yeah, these guys have gotten too powerful. Someone gave me bits to get this guy coming at a high level, which is possibly why they're so good. Yeah, it's definitely a bit worrying. I don't know if I'm going to have any challenges left in this game. I've got Shield Breaker. I don't think we want Shield Breaker necessarily. Ah, but we have an event. This is something fun. The exclamation mark 1, 2 or 3 as the bot says in the chat, and you can vote, but I will read it out. The Legate bumps into you at a tannery. He notices that you have a rapport with the owner and suggests that he would appreciate a good deal on a new saddle. The owner is a skinflint and degenerate gambler who does not easily grant favours when it comes to money. Although you cannot stand him, you sense the opportunity to win favour with the Legates. You're saying option 1. Cover the cost of a discount, keep the Legates happy. That's fair enough. Bastard overcharges you, but only gives a slight discount to the Legate. The Legate is pleased, so perhaps it's worth it. I mean, I paid 84 gold out of the several thousand I have saved up. I think that's fine. Should we do an exhibition match somewhere? Potentially we could. I'll see if you've got full health yet. No you don't, I'll just heal you manually. There we go. It seems the Medicus has forgotten about you. And we can do a fight between us two. See how that goes. Because you are healing rather quickly. Yeah, there we are. Full health. I'm not even quite full health yet. Seems it might actually be quicker to just heal people manually if they don't have a lot of lost health. Yeah, let's do a rematch. You're now on full health. I'm expecting this to go in your favour. Where are you? Here you are. Let's see. Like I say, my hopes aren't that high for myself. I really don't rate Sagittarius very highly at all. I've immediately been disarmed and picked up your own spear, so now I stand a good chance. I appreciate you giving me a weapon. That's definitely not the best game plan on your part, but oh well. Certainly worked out for me. Apparently I'm overjoyed. Is everyone else completely overjoyed? Yeah. Morale's really high, except on like yourself and a few others. Don't worry, I'll give you a better advantage next time. And by advantage, I mean I'll stick you in with an extra person. I've also got Silius here. He's pretty good. I do like Silius. Press tab though. I've got a lot of victories in people. Yeah, I'm gonna sell him in a second. I do not have Biggest Dickus, sadly. We do, however, have another vote coming in. Both the Legate and Magistrates have planned celebrations for the Aganalia, I'm gonna say it's pronounced. And they both request your champion gladiator to perform in a non-lethal exhibition. You say option 1, I'd like to say option 3 in case something goes wrong. I am going to overrule what you're saying. I don't want to lose my champion gladiator in an event. It's the only way I can currently lose them. Both of men are insulted. I did not receive an invitation to either celebration. Well, I'll host my own thing instead. Every second person goes into here for 5 in all. Then we send 5 in there as well. And I believe, yes, I'm on that team, so I'll send you against me. Let's see how this goes. I think this team might do better, but they're all Phraxes. This team has an awful lot of Retariuses, which could go well. Let's see. It's going to be a weird fight, this one. Very profitable for me, but it's going to be a weird fight. It would look like it's more in favour of Retariuses, yeah. The nets really do come in handy. Yeah, there we go. It's an awful lot of blood, though. I mean, considering no one died, that's a surprising amount of blood. Yeah, look at all this training, look at all that money. It's perfect. But now everyone's half dead, which is a bit less perfect, I won't lie. Heal everyone up. There we go, that's pretty much everyone healing. They'll all heal very quickly. I've got a lot of stuff spec'd into fast healing. When we can do a chariot race. Do you like a chariot race? I'll be honest, it's not going to be much of a race, I wouldn't think. I'm just going to be slaughtering everyone else's in. The other option is there's someone with 31.7k health. I mean, that one in the middle, that's a little worrying, simply because they have a lot of health. Their attack's not very high. Over here, yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything too much. Which one do we do? Chariot race is different. It could present some kind of challenge. Ah, hello me. Don't worry, that's perfectly fine. Currently deciding which of these to do. There's a Prestige Gladiator here, so that one's interesting. Got a lot of health, not much damage, they could be a good match for you. However, they do have 31k health. Another option is we go into here, we'll likely just murder everyone else racing. Although there's a heavily injured Prestige Gladiator. And yes, it is endless. We are just continuing still. Yeah, any preference at all? It's between 1 and 2 in my mind. Option 2 is the somewhat difficult one potentially. I could send you in Tyrant Soul and you'd be more than capable though. You know what? I'm gonna go option 2. No one's really saying whether they have a preference. Option 2 seems like a more entertaining one in my eyes. Let's see. Massively disadvantaged in terms of numbers. However, we have a massive advantage in terms of stats. Yeah, look at that. Is that 172,000 damage right there? I think it was. God. Yeah. That isn't a challenge anymore. There really isn't. Do you have a preference at all for what your stats are? I will happily give you any training you want. I think you were wanting strength last time to get more health, weren't you? Can't quite remember though. think it was strength you wanted. I'll go a bit of defense first, because if you want strength, you'll need defense regardless. Oh, and you said defense as well. That's perfectly good then. Tyrant Soul wanted his attack maxed out, so we can do that. Anyway, we'll fire him, then immediately hire him again, just so we can give him a new card. Yeah, 10 times production. We're going to be making so much wine and stuff now. Like, this is going to get mad. We won't need to do anything. Like 200 food from that. 170 water, and it's coming in pretty much constantly. I think we're making a profit all together. Let's see. Yeah, we're currently making a profit in everything. Cool. And yeah, I'll show you what your stats look like. I think what I might do is heal you up manually, because I do think that's quicker than the Medicus doing it at the moment. As mad as that sounds. Yeah, your stats are looking lovely. I mean, that's a lot of health and it's about to get drastically larger. The deck is full. Ah, we got stuff back. Perfect. Reduce delay to them. No, we can't give extra production. I guess just reduce training coin. Now, every half a day we should be getting stuff from there? No? Is that not how it works? Ah, you have news. What is it? You're not addicted to Domina? Perfect, you've got out of your somewhat unhealthy habit of watching only Domina. What have you found instead? Because there's plenty of good stuff out there, at least in my mind. Just waiting for it to be some other kind of gladiatorial fighting game. I don't know how many there could be out there, but it has to be another one. I think we'll do a chariot race this time. Spifforticus? That's a weird name. Anyway, I'll send Tyrant Solon to murder people. Ah, Spartacus. So, I've just added the 4 in to be fancy, did we? That's fair enough. It sounds very much like a gladiator game again. How can you keep finding gladiator games? There really can't be that many out there. Anyway, if anyone tries to overtake us, they get killed. That's just how this is going to go. We've got a very good horse and chariots, so frankly, we should win regardless. However, someone got a little too close, we just cut them down. Ah, Identity V. I'm assuming Identity 5. I'll need to have a look into that then. See what it's like. What's it about? Is it, I'm judging from the name anyway, maybe a stealth game? Maybe some kind of, like, mystery investigation? PC and mobile game? Alright. I'll need to look into that then. Could potentially be something worth trying out. It's an escape game. You don't get many escape games, do you? I can't remember the last escape game I played. Let me think, what would it have been? Is it really an isolation in escape game? I don't think it is. You're just trying to escape the alien. It's more of a horror game than anything. Anyway, you won your race, that's good. Get rid of them. Escape the Hunter. Alright, so maybe it's a more multiplayer focused game then than I thought. Alright, that definitely sounds interesting. I need to go have a look. There's stream elements again in the chat. But we have this. A fugitivus was found near your villa by one of your guards. Assume that's just a fugitive. He's armed for battle but weary from drink. The guard took him captive, and the slave now rests in Oldus. Both a magistrate and legate claim to have quarrelled with the man. Alright, that sounds like a fancy game to me. I'll definitely go have a look at that at some point, that sounds fun. Now you're saying option 3. I'm curious what we'd get from an event gladiator at this point. We might even get a prestige one. I'm going to say option 3. Magistrate and legate stare at you incredulously. You have a new fighter. Ah, that's stream elements, of course. They're not prestiged though. That's a shame, their stats aren't even all that great. Where are all our other freaks? This would be our worst freaks. Yeah, they can replace the worst one, can't they? Let's see. Actually, I'll be honest. I'm not too sure who I want to take. Why is... Yeah, max health's messed up again. That max health should be a lot higher. If I train in max, or do the strength training anyway, I'm assuming like what happened to Tyrant Souls when he came along and bought himself as a fancy gladiator, that'll go up point by point as he does training. This is certainly weird though. I'll give this one freedom though. We'll bring in stream elements. Yeah, you have tons of health. I mean, you're the prestige gladiator along with Tyrant's Soul, so yeah. If you didn't have lots of health, I'd be concerned. Okay, Tyrant's Soul's been finished getting healed. You're healing up. I'll give you... But no, I can't give you training at the same time. That's why I hadn't healed you before. Oh well. What is your HP? You're at 12.5k. I'm just wanting to get you healed up right now, that's all. The Medicus heals you slower than the actual healing. So I'm just wanting to get you topped up. If I heal this person, for example, they're at 136. Look at their health just rocket up. It's much faster than Medicus does it. So I'm assuming your health's going up just as fast. For now though, let's do some exhibition matches. We can get you back to training. I think you're decent with 5k health. I'll send you against a whole bunch of people. Let's see how this goes. I'm expecting this to go very much in your favour. You should give them all a lot of strength and defence training and such from this though. Simply by murdering them. They've taken a lot of your health off though. They took off around maybe 0.8k. That's definitely not enough. Yeah, look at you all happy. Look at all these people getting training. Sadly not as good training as I had hoped. Yeah, now we're able to give you training again. So let's keep you training in defense. Tyrant Soul's finished his attack. So at 2.4 million attack, is he? Lovely. That's a bit much, isn't it? Let's give him some strength. Like, the Prestige Gladiators are too powerful. There's no way any of them will ever lose. Like, Tyrant Soul going, he has 3.5k health. Will he lose any? I don't think he will. Let's see. Yeah, that was 1.5 million damage. That's fair, isn't it? Cool. Well, these guys are good. He can have another PGO then go free. This guy is very nice. He can have a PGO and go free. There we go. And between all of these people, all of them can just get healed manually. Not yourself, you've got too much health. I'll leave that to Medicus. You need training as well. Ah, it's Mother's Day. Alright. Here in the UK it's not Mother's Day. Mother's Day was about a month ago. But I'll take your word that it is over there. Why is there a fight against a single unarmed slave? Um, yeah, well, no one's that fancy to fight. We don't just fight a slave. Kind of want to be honest. Let's send in stream elements. They're the new freaks. I don't particularly care for them. Yeah, there we go. Decent amount of training. Certainly been a lot better that training though. Really hard to get any decent amounts though when everyone's just getting one shot at this stage of the game. Can I give you 240 points? I don't believe I'm able to give you points. I can refund points for certain things. I'll see if I have any options for that. Give me a second. Um, how do I do this? Here it is. Do I have any ways to refund you points? You get more. I do not. Well, guess that's that then. You're not allowed any more points. If I could give you points, I would. But yeah, I don't think there's any way I can. As rate happens upon you purchasing new sandals in the market. The cobbler is a distant cousin of whom you have some rapport, despite the fact that his halitosis is unyielding and offensive. His greed is even worse than his bad breath. Magistrate estimates that he would be interested in a good deal on sandals as well. Option 3, you say. Option 3 it is then. Magistrate is pleased to get a good deal on sandals, which ends up costing you 9 coin. Additionally, you discover Magistrate has 6 toes on his left foot. Fact that he covers up because of an old wives' tale about it being bad luck. Now you know his dirty, stubby little secrets. I'll immediately sell that off for whole 32 coins. Isn't that marvellous? What do we do now? I think gather some stones for that gladiator. They're likely going to be needing that for extra training purposes. Tyrant Soul, he gets one more thing of training. I'll give him extra health. That'll do him well. As for you, you're almost done with your defense training. a second. There we go. I'll give you strength now. Let's try and get you the max health possible. See what that looks like. I'm going to do another exhibition match because I want to get Vrataris to be good. Or the Sagittarius to be good even. Not Vrataris, that's a different one. I'll put myself versus you. This should be an interesting fight. I did this fight earlier, and I won, but only because I got somewhat lucky. I do think you'll be able to beat me given a proper chance. Your health's looking low, but I'm running short on arrows at this point. I just rolled to get more. No, sadly, you have come out on top. Or I've come out on top again. Your charioteer's not having a good time. Poor guy. As for myself, let's just heal me up. Currently Medicus is focusing on the two of you. He's actually healing you quite well now. Thanks to his training in the prestige level, he's actually getting a lot of healing in. Ah, but we have another battle to go. We don't know quite what these people are like. And here we have a chariot race against two prestiged men. I reckon we could win this race. Let's do it. Chariot races are always fun, even if they aren't entirely necessary. Send Tyrant's Soul in, just so you can one-shot them if he needs to. Accepts terms. Let's see. No, alright, I'll see you in a short while then, enemy. Immediately, Tyrant's Soul has taken the lead. I'm doubtful anyone will be able to catch up. Ah, thank you for subscribing. I very much appreciate that. It's always good to have some support. Even if I'm not going to be getting money for a while from Twitch, because they're mean. They won't let you get money until you have over $100 worth saved up. Regardless though, that will very much be put towards buying a Freddo, possibly even two in the future. You've even got yourself a little first badge, because you're subscribed within the first month, I believe it is? I don't know. I think that's what it is. You know what? Seeing as you've subscribed, do you want me to get you a free hero? I'll change the settings in a minute, just so you don't need to pay any bits for it. And I'll let you have an entirely free gladiator with pretty much max stats. We'll get that guy working. So I don't think there's many people in the chat right now. It should be safe to assume you'll be able to get it. I wouldn't think anyone else would be able to snatch it up while I'm changing things around. I mean, if you want to pay me money, you can. I won't stop you, but I'll get you a free gladiator. Because you've already paid for that subscription, which honestly is more than enough in my opinion. Sadly, we've got you just here, so immediately you're going to be given away. Now, game options, change these to 0 and 0. Except, okay, if you do exclamation mark hero in the chat, you shall appear. Who do we get rid of to get you in though? Ah yeah, there you are, up top. I'll change these settings back between 1 and 500. Yeah, you're just stuck up there for a while, don't worry, I'll come down eventually. Who do we actually get rid of? We can get rid of a Valette, sure. Actually no, this person's terrible, we can get rid of them. They can go free. And here you are. with all those lovely stats. What class do you want to be? Because it'll be very easy to get you prestiged, so you'll be just as powerful as these two. Tyrant Soul, having 2.4 million damage per hit, and Ame, who has 12.5k health, and 1.2k damage per hit. And you want any? Oh, you're leaving a choice up to me. To be prestige a charioteer, because there's absolutely no reason to. I'm kind of wanting to do it. No, charioteer's a bad idea. Currently we have two Murmillos, so I'm going to say no to that. I do like the Sizer, or Scissor, or whatever they're called, so I'll give you one of them. Sure, yeah, that'll do. Let's give you max equipment because we've got, frankly, too much money. And just look at that, 50,000 money. I'm happy to spend any amount of that just to get you out well enough to not be immediately dying. You will, of course. No, no, I'm not giving you any trousers. Going pantsless. You don't get any underwear, or you get just your underwear even. We will immediately send you into an exhibition match versus myself. Where are you? Here you are. Now, I'm not sure why it happens, but your max health isn't actually what it should be. Currently, I've got less strength than you. If you look in here, level 135 it says next to my health. Yours is 249, but you have less, simply because of how the spawning works. Not sure quite what goes wrong, but something does. But you should definitely be the one who wins this. Let's just watch you come in and murder me. Oh, I'm doing a better job than I thought I would. Yeah, but in the end, you have won. It gets you one training in everything, that's the ideal. It doesn't. One agility and one weapon, so you still need training in the others. These are no longer needed. We want these two to be trained up. We'll heal you, and we need to send you in to get several victories. Hit fight. No, I'm not going to risk it. It's a bit too much to risk. We'll send in Tyrant Soul, just tidy us up nice and quickly. Get him another victory for more stamina. There we go. A very quick fight in which he did 1,500,000 damage. Prestige gladiators are daft. They really are. Distant cousin visits to return a sizable loan that was granted to your father. The loan, plus interest, comes to 34 coin. Ooh, look at that, 34 coin. I could use that money, couldn't I? But I will let you vote. Option 1, accept it. Option 2, just have a party instead. You're saying 2. Option 2 it is then. Your cousin's heart swells with joy. He has become wealthy beyond measure, and he owes his success, at least in part, to your father. He departs in the morning, leaving not only the loan repayment, but two of his finest slaves as gifts to you. These slaves, quite frankly, suck. I'm gonna get rid of them immediately. There we go. Yeah, how have you been anyway, John Watts Free? Last I heard of you, you were on antibiotics for like an ingrown toenail and such. That was quite a while ago now. Have you managed to get off the meds by now, or are you still needing to take them? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, by the way. It is a somewhat personal question. Ah, you're good now. That's good to hear. Any more luck in finding a job anywhere? So I do remember you had been searching for a job, hadn't you? You got one at a warehouse, that's when you had to take time off because of the toenail. Ah, you've been in Scotland. That's good to hear. Whereabouts have you been? Have you been up visiting, was it your granddad your sister was looking after a while ago? It was your granddad or your grandma or someone like that. So were you up visiting them, seeing how everything was happening? Because the weather's been a bit crap, I'll be honest. If you came up here to do anything else. Ah, you're in Falkirk. That's lovely. It's always nice visiting family, and I'm sure we very much appreciate it, especially when currently we're not going to really be seeing much of anyone, thanks to the whole COVID stuff. We're stuck inside. That is good to be visiting like the elderly relatives and such where you can. Let's do another fight though. I'm not sure how this one's going to go. The Rotariuses are quite powerful, but we've got the most powerful Rotarius on the group with two Sizers. One of them being you. No, I think you've won. Look at that. Just tore through them. Don't think you lost a single person, your team. I mean, you were outnumbered by some fairly decent people. That got you a bit of strength training, so you only need to get you a bit of defense now. It's perfect. We'll get everyone basic healed up. Ah, your brother's going to work in the islands. That'll be good. Imagine over there, it's going to be fairly isolated from, like, tourists and such at the moment. So that'll be a good place to be. Means you'll be able to, or he'll be able to go out on walks and all that as much as he wants. That's a nice place up there, it really is. Not been there any time recently though, so I do hope it's not gone like bad since his last there. Ah, he's gone to do some fishing, has he? I think I've been fishing once. I was in a proper fishery place though, so it wasn't quite the same as proper fishing, which I'm assuming that's what your brother's way to do. Anyway, let's get another fight going. We need to get you victories. Do you do much fishing yourself, or is it just your brother who's into it? Because for me, like I say, I haven't done much fishing. I don't think my brother has either, but we do have fairly varying interests. We're only 2 years apart, so you would have thought we maybe be a bit closer in that kind of sense. Ah, you do like to go fishing. That's good to hear. Be able to get away to do any with COVID going on. I didn't thought you have to socially distance the fish or anything. That bit would be fine. Also, we have this. It's just a note saying cock. It's a lovely event. Also, look at Amay's health. He looks like he's almost dead. He's got just shy of 10k health. I mean, I guess it is still fishing if you use explosives. Just arguably, it's a bit more dangerous fishing, isn't it? Now, this could be a good fight for you. I think you stand a good chance if you go in and fight this man. He's been chained up, so I wouldn't think you'll die here. If you do, I will let you reappear as a hero, so don't you worry. Let's just get you going in to murder them. Yeah, there we go. Decapitated the man. Ah, and Cheems, hello. We're continuing with endless mode in this, so we've got a few powerful people. Namely, we have, if we can find them. Well, we've got you here. I think we'll sell you. We can get someone better. Or grant you freedom. Yeah, but namely, we have Tyrant Soul. Is 2.4 million attack damage. He's also got 12.5k health, which is rather nice. We have a May, who's currently training for extra health, with 102.5k. How did they get so strong? Thanks to this man. What happens is once someone gets their stats, I'll use you for an example since you're almost there. Once you get your stats maxed out, so 250 in all of these, 100 in AI, and I believe it is 12 victories, then you get to prestige yourself. Doing that changes it, so rather than having all of these sliders for training and all that, you have these 4 things you can train. Stamina, attack, defense and strength. You can get a total of 25 points between them. These things scale exponentially. At first you have maybe 100 attack, that then goes up to maybe 150, then at the end, as you can see, 2.4 million. It gets rather mad towards the end. And also we've got you here, Cheems. Do we? No, we don't buy you just yet. Wait to get a better one up here. But yeah, these Prestige Gladiators, they are completely and utterly broken, in my mind. I don't know who came up with the idea. But yeah, I mean, it is hard to get. This guy costed 17,000. So, before we had him, that's what we were saving up for. We didn't have much in the way of money, but at this point, everyone's been maxed out as far as all these people are concerned. It's just the Medicus and the Architect needing to do stuff. But yeah, this is daft, isn't it? Got new slaves and such. We haven't had you reappear yet, Cheems. No, I don't play Domina at all off stream. Most of the games I play on stream, I play only on stream. Only exception would be the rounds game yesterday, because I'm having fun with that. It's not the best game to stream, I don't think. Just dropped a sandwich on the floor. Oh dear. Yeah, every game I stream is pretty much only played on stream. I do play other games off of stream though, just not the ones I do live. So I do like having people who come along. I don't want people feeling like they're missing out on any progress I'm making or anything like that. Because I do enjoy having a community. Alright, that could certainly be good. One thing to consider though, John Watson, you might want to think about what you're wanting to stream in particular, because if you can find a good niche and just stick to it, that's the best way to get your name out there at the start. Like, for myself, I started off streaming pretty much only Noita. Before I had maybe a regular 1 or 2 people coming along, then I started branching out. Like, definitely try and find somewhere where you're happy to sit around doing the same kind of thing for a while. Do we do a one-on-one chariot race? Do we? I do like chariot races. I'm gonna do it. Now, do we send in the murder machine, or do we send in the slightly less murder machine? I'm gonna say send in Tyrant, so can't go in on his own, sadly. We do need to give him a chariot. Can we give him just a chariot? No, he has to have a horse. That's a shame. Yeah, if you do get into streaming though, let me know. I'll definitely give you a shout out, add you to the hosting list and all that. See if I can help you get started up. I did get a character for Stream Elements. They do have messages that come into chats. Occasionally they do appear. I haven't purposefully adding them in. They've just appeared as gladiators at times. And I mean, they're too good to just get rid of. Like, Stream Elements came in, I believe, with around 180 as his max skill. His lowest was maybe just 56 or something. That's too good to just pass up. Ah, and you've returned to me. We're just doing a charity race. It's not the most exciting. Charity races really don't do much. Ah, look, Cheems is happy to see you've returned to me. You have a fan, or a friend, or a potential enemy, depending on how this game goes. Because you might end up murdering him a few times after you've got him. This charity race is a bit boring. I might stop doing charity races. There's no point in charity racing. It just takes a while as well. And there we are. We got polio. It's what I've always wanted. Oh no, we should get rid of polio. Can we get Cheems yet? No, we can't. Has Cheems appeared in here? No, he hasn't. We do have you now max trained on lots of free. So what we need to do, get you a few more victories and you can be prestiged. And yeah, have exhibition matches to go. So, you versus myself, because I'm still wanting to get my character trained up. And God knows I'm not giving myself bits or anything. Surprisingly, I've not tried to. Wait, what's Marbles on stream? I didn't see the message earlier. I saw you replying, Vochim. What is Marbles on stream? I've heard of it, I believe, before. I don't actually know what it is. Is that like marble racing, from my understanding? Is that actually something people go to watch? That doesn't seem like something I'd be all that interested in. It's just marbles racing. Alright, it's like a pachinko thing then, kind of. Where they drop it down, or is it just going along a set course? In fact, if you are thinking about starting up streaming, one thing you might want to consider doing is there's a website called Twitch Tracker. If you go to Twitch Tracker, then it has a list of games that are good for streaming, like viewers to channel ratio wise. If you can find a game in that list somewhere, which looks like something you'd want to do, that's probably your best bet for starting out. It's not how I started out at all though, so you can do anything, don't take my word entirely. But if you can find a game where you're guaranteed to have at least one or two people come by to check things out, that's definitely going to help get your name out there somewhat. We do have an event. The magistrate's term in office is coming to a close, and he seeks your support for a re-election. The legate, who is openly opposed to the man, demands that you not only vote against the magistrate, but convince others to do the same. Ah, you thought about doing Stardew. Stardew is a great game. There's a lot of other streamers out there doing it. It might be hard to get spotted. I have considered doing it myself before, but like I say, a lot of other streamers, I think I'd want to try and at least get some people who will come along to watch it, because it's a very laid back stream with not much going on, so you probably want to have a community who's happy enough to chat with you. If you do want, I'd be willing to do some Stardew with you at some point, when you're starting out. maybe pop along for a stream or two, help you maybe get some viewers. I don't know if it would be the best way to get you any viewers, but I'd definitely be willing to help out if you think you'd want it. For now though, vote for Magistrate. Magistrate is pleased by your support. The Legate, not so much. Yeah, we're making profits on all of these right now. We should just give away some wine. There we go. He loves me. He somewhat likes me. Streaming is a weird thing though. Like, sometimes I find myself really enjoying streaming. Sometimes I find myself just getting bored. The best thing is when you have people actually coming along, which is why I always appreciate people in the chat, such as yourselves. You're all lovely people who've come along multiple times. Because having someone to chat to, even just about the game you're playing, knowing that they actually care, even just a little bit, that's just brilliant. It's a great feeling. When I was somewhat starting out and doing like Twitch integration streams where there wasn't anyone in the chat, it gets a bit depressing at times. You do just have to stick through it. I mean, I have found all of you. I've got a lovely few people who come along to watch. Like I say, I very much appreciate all of you, and everyone else isn't even here right now. Like, I think I've got a great community. It's hardly a big one, but I do love it. Just a great time. Anyway, we should do one of these things. Which one do we do? This one here, I believe you might be able to do, John Watts, free. Yeah, starting out streaming, when half the people who come to your chat are bots trying to sell you followers, it's not great. There's a reason I don't like bots with passion. Except Domina Bot. Domina Bot's okay. I like you, Domina Bot, don't worry. Stream Elements is alright as well. I think do this. Let's give this a shot. I'll send you in. I'm not going to send you on your own. I'll put a May with you. May can back you up. You can do an amazing battle. No, Stream Elements is completely free. It does not count as a viewer, however. Stream Elements is a moderator, I believe, so they can like remove messages if I set them up to do so. But Stream Elements I've got it set up just so every 20 minutes, if there's been 5 new chat lines, we'll put in a message saying, hey, this is the Discord, come join if you want. Because a lot of the time I don't think people would notice it's there otherwise. And I do like having people come along to Discord. It's slowly growing. Like, half the people there are people I know in real life. So, it's not great, but it's just a fun place. With some interesting people, to say the least. Oh yeah, I have a friend, like Bees, who was in the stream yesterday, Cheems. There's a streamer she likes to watch. She doesn't ever manage to catch him live though, because they're on the west coast of America. So they're streaming around 3 until 5 AM. Like, that's a bit much. I would not stay up that late. But she wanted to go along to, I think it was a Jackbox community stream or something they were doing, because she's in their Discord and such. And she had to stay up until 3 in the morning just to appear at all for it. That being kept in mind though, it's a bit of a weird idea I've got of streaming only at times convenient for me. Because for any Americans, like Fuke, you'll see in the chat a fair bit, he also appeared for a short while last night. It's for him on the East Coast, 5 hours behind me. So I start my stream at 4 o'clock GMT. That's perfectly good in my mind. It's not too late, it's not too early. But if he's 5 hours behind, He's showing up at 11 in the morning. That's when I wake up, usually. I could be bothered showing up to stream that early. That's in the East Coast. If you go over to the other side, that's just getting earlier and earlier. Stream at 9 for you. Well, I don't understand how you manage it. I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm glad you come along, I just don't get it, that's all. Anyway, we have a healthy donkey. What do we do with the donkey? um, what should we do? Oh yeah, Amay, you're an hour ahead of me. So I've got someone an hour ahead, I've got someone about 7 hours behind. Such a weird place in Twitch, I don't understand it. Option 2, that's the first one which came in. There we go, we finished. We've given it to the magistrates. Perfect. Amay, do you still want more health? Can you train attack? I mean, you can if you want. I'm kind of tempted to see what happens when you get to max health. Takes another 2 points for that, so you have 4 points to spare. To put 4 points into attack, that'll be you doing marvellously. So let's get your attack going up, for now at least. Architect here, what can we do? I mean, expand the training area? I'll build a Hall of Heroes, haven't done that before. We've got Cheems. Do we fight Cheems? Do you want to fight Cheems? I think everyone we've got's going to murder you. You've got an AI skill of 0. I feel the game's insulting you. You do, however, have a lot of good Jupiter's blessings. Okay, I've got a plan. You can go versus another person from the chat. Let's see. Chat versus chat. The Discord link isn't working. It should be. Do you want me to get you a different one so you can join? I'll go grab one for you quickly. Give me just a moment. Here we are. Expires after never. Generate a link. Here we go. Okay, there you are. I'll quickly go fix the bots. Give me just a moment. You have a link for time being, so you can join if you want. You can be mildly confused about all the memes that are posted in last night in the voice chat, the text chat. There's an awful lot. I don't know where they all find them. Anyway, yeah, I'll be just a second. I'm just editing the bot quickly. Here's Discord link. Now been replaced. Apparently the Discord link's exactly the same as before. Okay, there we go. I swear the bot used to be working, it's now just added also into the thing. There we go. That should be it fixed then. You're saying it worked, I'm assuming that means you've joined. I should pause the game before I go to check, shouldn't I? Yes, there you are. Well, need to sort out stuff sometime. I'm gonna try and do some community streams every Friday night, or at least from the poll I put in, you can see a link to it in the stream elements. A lot of people have said they want to have community streams. That might be friends from the other server I'm in who also come by and watch me occasionally. So we've got that. We can also, Titanic. Yeah, but community streams. I'm gonna try and do them. If you want to come along, feel free. We do have a voice chat. Feel free to say what you want. Try not to get me banned. Did you not hear Titanic? Don't worry. Let's try that again. Okay. Can you hear Titanic now? I just realised I've had the game muted this whole time, haven't I? Christ, I forgot to unmute it from when we were setting things up. Oh no. Professional streamer right here. Oh Christ. Here's your Titanic again, give me a second. There we are. There's your Titanic. Oh god. I've had to listen to it 3 times in a row now, you only got it once. You should have told me earlier you couldn't hear the game. I've been streaming for an hour. Why did no one tell me? Alright, I'll see you around, Cheems. I appreciate you dropping by. Yeah, I'm gonna give you more health than me. I need to see what the max is. Yeah, the real Titanic isn't making much noise, I wouldn't think. How many fish do you think live in the Titanic? I think there's a lot. I think there's quite a few down there. But do you think there's some that actually live in there specifically? Like they just don't leave, there's an entire ecosystem. Because it's a massive ship. Or at least it was. It's now in 2 halves. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's pretty much an entire ecosystem down there. Just imagine being a fish and living your whole life in a boat. That's bizarre. Did the Titanic actually have a pool? A lot of people say that the pool in Titanic's still full of water. Whoa, isn't that amazing? But did it actually have a pool? I don't think it was around from a time period where pools were really much of a thing. I understand pools definitely are a thing that exists, and did exist back then, but on a boat would they have? That's something I can't be bothered looking up, so I guess I'll just be wondering about it forever. And I think we can give you a nice easy victory here as well. John Watts free. We'll get you prestige before long, don't you worry. And you're gonna go search it. Thank you, that'll definitely sate my curiosity. Well, the Medicus is doing his best job. You've got 15k health right now. Like, the Medicus, he's not going to get you to full health for a long time. It's just not going to happen. Like, you're getting plenty of healing, but you've got 3.2 million max health. He's healing both of you equally. Yours just isn't as visible because you've got the line covering it. There was a pool. Alright. Wonder how big the pool was. Who knows? Anyway, Flyget has demanded that his officers get access to your water supplies, in accordance with their superior standing. Magistrate has made a similar demand on behalf of political officials. I have to give up 28 water. What on earth will I do? I only make 180 a day. God.
Agreed.
Like, it really does not matter when that happens. Also, I forgot to buy Cheems while he's still around, didn't I? Oh dear. I guess we just don't have a Cheems. Well, I'll see you around Venemy. If you need to go, don't you worry. I appreciate you dropping by. Much like I said to Cheems, I'm just happy I have people coming by regularly to chat to. It's just a great thing. I love having a community. I don't even care if you even care for me at all. The fact you just come along is good enough for me. You want 3 attacks, max defense. Yeah, I'm gonna get you max health, I'm sorry. That's what we're doing. We need to see what max health is. Apparently right now you're very annoyed because you don't have much health. Yeah, I mean, technically you're almost dead. You might ask to be released at some point. But what is max health, do you think? You're at 10 million. I'm going to say it's 30 million. 30 million seems a bit of a stretch, but it could be. It could also be up to maybe 35 million. I think 25. 25 would be not a round number, but it'd be a nice number for them to get it up to. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade prestige healing, because we need you getting healed a lot quicker. Yeah, I'll give you attack and the rest, don't worry. I could give you defense if you really want, but with your health you'll be more than safe. Gladiator, who previously won his freedom in the arena, has been caught stealing food. He still bears your mark, and the magistrate indicates that you're responsible. Now, from this event, I can get myself a fairly powerful gladiator. Will it actually be any good at this point? That's the question. I mean, the last gladiator we got from the event was Stream Elements. They're alright, they're hardly the best though. You're saying just pay the coin. Fair enough. Repay the victim for their lost food. The free gladiator runs into city streets and is never seen again. Well, we didn't get lucky. We didn't get him this time. Do another game in the map. Sure. Let's go cut down this giant man. We will one-shot him. Just curious, because he has no armour, how much damage will we do? Was that 7 million or 72 million? I think it was 7 million we had. I think that was 7 million. It should be whatever the base attack is plus 50% because of the current morale. Yeah, I can send you in here. You can win this on your own. Let's get you to murder a few more people, get another victory under your belt. All that much closer to prestige. There we are. You're going to be tearing through them. Got a fair few new people. We don't need any of them. Can all go free. There we go. And yeah, Remus, you can have a weapon and go. There we are. I didn't need to give him a weapon. I do understand that. I've just got no reason not to be honest. Oh, and Tyrant Soap finally has himself a golden eagle. Look at that. He's got enough victories now for that to display. Speaking of victories, you're getting very close. I'll give you strength training, actually. That'll get you a little bit more HP while we're waiting. But we should actually be able to prestige you in just a moment. You need 12 victories if I send you into 2 easily winnable fights. This should be more than doable. And so long as you win. Surely you're gonna beat me. Yeah, there we go. Sagittarius is still fairly useless. I don't know why I made myself one. I was too determined to actually be useful as a Sagittarius. As far as other gladiators go, I don't know who you'd be able to beat for certain. Possibly in the peak. Against them. Where do they exist? Down here. Let's see. This should be a victory. Could get lucky though, he does have better reach in his weapon, as well as a throwing spear. Never mind, you lost 1 health and then cut him down. And now, we've got a button. Are you ready? It's what we've been waiting for. Just need to wait for this bar to fill up. Poison blade. Give that to myself. There we go. Now, what are you expecting to happen when you get this bar filled up? I will say, there's a fancy particle effect of sorts. That's all I'll say. What do you think it's going to look like? Because last time, we saw it once, the other time we actually missed it because an event came up at the exact same moment. Speaking of events though, I'm just going to end the architect, no point not doing that. I mean, no, that's not what happens. It's not quite that much. Yeah, you ready though? A lot of screen shaking and you start to smoke for some reason. Don't know why you started smoking, but you have now leveled up. And technically, you are weaker in terms of attack. That being said though, you have 2 weapons. You can have absolutely insane attack given a chance. So what stats are you thinking you want? Currently we have someone with max attack. That's Tyrant Soul, that gets him 2.4 million. That would get you 2.4 million on both weapons. I believe it would anyway. You have a May, who's maxed out his strength for 31 health. Or 31 million health even. Missed out the most important part of that number. It also wants to attack, so I'll give him that. If you max defense, you very well may become untouchable because it does increase exponentially. Like, this was 10 million, it's now 30 million. So it basically gets 3 times as good every time. So let's say currently, just as an estimate, you're blocking 10 damage per hit. Not very good. People are doing like mad amounts of damage. But if we bring up a calculator quickly, and you get 10 levels, that'd be 10 times 3, times 3 again. That's already 90 defense at level 2. Level 3 would be 270, 4, 810, and then just keep going. You get up into the millions if you want. That could very much be interesting. I do think for now, you want to be giving you a little bit of attack first, just so you can do fighting. Because your attack went down after you leveled up. but it's early training, so you're fine. Oh. After much debate and engineering, your architect breaks ground to create a Hall of Heroes, a disused corner of the Ludus. Even your master builder is astonished to find, after breaking down an old fountain, a deep cavernous space below. The edifice you sought to erect in honour of excellence appears to be built by your forefathers. It awaits your heroes to roam the catacombs again. Oh. Oh. What? These ancient caves were abandoned because of a dreadful smell. Cover the floor drains and stop the foul odour. Then you can retrieve the forgotten treasure. What? What's going on? I'm confused. We'll send our best non-prestige gladiator. Oh. Oh, okay. It's a puzzle game now. Okay, this was unexpected. What? I don't get it. I don't. Also, I've royally bollocksed up. I'm pushing things too quickly. It is a grid-based game, currently. This is not in any way what I was expecting. I thought the Hall of Heroes let me resurrect people. That's all I thought would happen. Oh, Christ. This movement's really hard to control, by the way. It feels like it shouldn't be grid-based movement to me. So it's really throwing me off. I do know how to do the puzzle, don't worry, I'm not completely dense. There we go. Ooh. It gives training and it gives you wine. Okay. Push that there. Push that there. Oh, that doesn't work. How do we do this puzzle? First thing we have to do is that. Surely. It has to be. Then how do we get the other two? You're correct, I should have my gladiator. Let's send me in. I can get the training I need. Oh, this is a different puzzle now. Okay. I need to set these up so I can just push them in. I've already ruined that. Okay, set one up there. Set one there. Okay, cool. I was not expecting to do a puzzle game today. I'm having fun. This is... Why is this a thing they have in Domina? I'm very confused. Not concerned, just confused. Okay, that ruins it if I do that. How do I get this one out? I don't know how to commentate for puzzle games. I'm sorry if this is going to be a bit boring to watch. I'm still completely confused that this is a thing that exists. In Domina, of all games. Is the last thing I need to do push that one in? No, can't be. How did I get this one? Do you have any idea? trying to think this out. So I push it here, I can push it again. I can then push it up. But that's only if there isn't that crate there. So immediately make space around the top. Push that one there. Okay, no. I need to use this top bit here. Figured this much out. From there, I think it should be okay. No, that doesn't work. That was right then, push one, number 2 across. Wait, what? So as far as I can leave, I need to have space to push these out. That was right, then push one across, and number 2. I'm confused quite what you're trying to say. Okay, if I push this thing, if I push this crate up, it gets pushed to here, I then need to push it to there. That doesn't work. I push this down, push that there. Push this over, push that up. Then push that down. Then push that down. Then push this down. Then push this one down. There we are. This is getting surprisingly tough. I was not expecting a puzzle game today. Okay, this one, I need to push it down there, then I need to go entirely around and do that several times. This is going to be a boring one, but I've already figured it out. So just need to hope I don't mispress any keys. Yeah, now I just go up. How do we sort this? Push that one up, we can still get down if we need. Okay, I'm confusing myself a little right now. I thought this was straightforward. Perhaps it isn't. Oh no. I might do this bit off stream potentially. Because puzzles are not my strong suit. Okay, push this one across, push it down, then I can go around and push it in. I pushed it up more? Would that help? I'll try it. Do you think push this up even further? I mean, I do have a way to push them out. If I push that one to there, then I need to then actually push it down slightly. I can have it go to here. That's as far up as I can push a crate and still be able to get it out. Then push it down? Now I'm back at the spot I had before where I got stuck. The first move, I can't push it any direction other than over here. At which point I have to push it down here. This is the only first move I can do. Separate the boxes more. Yeah, if I separate them beforehand, potentially, that's doable. The only thing is, I need to leave these two as they are. Unless if I set them all up ready to go. Maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe not quite this, I have just somewhat ruined the plan. Something like that could work. Okay, I'm on to something here. I'm on to something. Push that one there. Push this one also down here. Push this one up there. This one's now able to go there as well. Okay. No, that's gone wrong again. I'm getting close. I certainly am getting close. I need to get this one moved. Have that one there. I pushed these ones slightly too far up. Let's leave them like that. Now I can get around again. Do this. Okay, I think I figured this bit out. I figured it out. Push this one down by one. This one then goes up and in. These two then need to move further up. This one then goes around, goes up. And now the rest of them go in nice and happily. I think anyway. It's annoying you can't undo moves. I do think this is it. Yeah, this is it. There we go. God, that was a tough one. Okay. We're down to 2 viewers. I'm afraid we might be scaring people away. Like, puzzle games, I don't know how to commentate. I really don't. Should we just leave this and go back to actually being a gladiator? Maybe we should. I am enjoying the puzzles, though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, one more puzzle. One more. So, how do I even start? I push this one up, that lets me start, I believe. The end goal, I can push the boxes as I need. If there's enough space, I can push that like that, then get it into any space, so... We just need to get all the boxes out, one by one. Next thing we can do is something like this. But no, we've messed up somewhere. Okay, maybe start by doing that. Push this one down. Okay, we're now able to get 3 different boxes out. Alright. There we are. 3 boxes have escaped. We can get another 4th in a second, and then the rest of them are also quite easy. Okay, this puzzle, this one didn't catch me out quite so much. That's nice and fine. There we go. I really did not expect this from Domina though. Why does Domina of all things have puzzles? Like, this is not a puzzle game. Why does my guy look so janky when he's pushing a box around? What is the treasure we'll eventually find? Okay. Is this one as simple as I think it is? It is, you know. Cool. That was a nice quick one. Hooray. Okay, if I keep being simple like this, I'm happy enough to just leave them be for at least a while, I think. I can do this in my spare time if I need to. Shouldn't have pushed that one quite so far over. This is bizarre though. Like I say, I was not in any way expecting a puzzle game. Yeah, this will be the last one, then I go back to doing actual gladiator stuff. We just got you evolved into fancier man, so I'll leave that one be. What we can do is remove junk. Turn to Ludus. Yeah, that's getting cleaned up, that's fine. That's bizarre though. Why on earth did they add in puzzles? I'm gonna need to ask the devs about that if they ever come by again. Like, I mean, puzzles in Domina? Why? I think this might be a time to test your new man out. Do you want to go in against what looks to be some fairly basic people? There's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm gonna send you in. This is your debut as a prestige gladiator. Oh, I've wanted Dom on a dating sim, that is what I need. Imagine dating Twitch chat gladiators. That'd be amazing. It would go horrifically wrong, I'd imagine, but that'd be amazing. Yeah, just look at you tearing through everyone. This is the power of a prestige gladiator. Some might say it's a bit too powerful, and I would agree. Because, Christ, you look at all the blood. That's not allowed, is it? Like, imagine someone bleeding that much. Like, in the exhibition matches, when people then don't die afterwards. That doesn't make sense. I can just sell. Let me just sell it. Yeah, you just sell this. Sure. Yeah, you aren't allowed to keep your cards, sadly, which is why we've got a lot of them left over. Do you have any more sizers? You have them. They can have these ones. There we go. I want to do more puzzles. It's not what people are coming by for. Okay, here's an idea. It's just you in the chat right now, as far as I can tell. Do you want more puzzles, or do you want me to keep doing actual stuff, like what you were wanting to see when you came by? Because I'm fine to do either. It's dominant either way, people can't complain, right? You're fine with puzzles, great. Let's do option 2. Leggett is returned. Perfect. Puzzles it is. I'm enjoying puzzles. It's been a while since I've done any puzzle games. I think the last one is a game called... Is it Divide by Sheep? I think the game is called. How do we do this one? Okay. Open up some space, push this one to here, we can then get it back in a minute. This... No, don't do that. Bad move. That blocks me off. This one then goes to here. This then goes there. We then need to push it up. We then need to push it in. There we go. No, we needed to escape first. Push the bottom one up. Never mind. These puzzles are surprisingly difficult. Like, some of them are a lot easier than others. I'll definitely say that. But this is surprisingly difficult at parts. Push this one up twice. That other one's... it's not great. Okay, what if... okay, I've got a plan. Say push up but not side, top box. Didn't mean to push that one down. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. You are correct. This one, that top box goes in last. I think this one needs to be done first. So we'll do something like that. Yeah, then get in here, push that one to the side, go back round and down, push that one in, that one does that. Yeah, that's us pretty much sorted at this point. Just need to push these two boxes back to where they started. I really don't know what I can say to commentate in puzzle games like this. It's just push this, move that. It's not exciting, is it? We are doing puzzles though. This is, I'm sure, what you came by for when you heard I was doing Domina. Okay, this box here, the bottom right one, that one can be pushed down. What I think my move is do this, do this, do this, do that one maybe? Yeah. This is looking to be working out. Never mind, I've ruined it at some point, haven't I? Yeah, never mind. I was doing well. I don't think I necessarily had to push the boxes the way I did. That one there, that one there. It's annoying how easily I can accidentally push a box in this. That one there. What do I do now? Let me push this one up. This box goes down. This box goes down. Can we do a weird shuffly about? I think we can. Yeah, push this one here like that. No, we've definitely ruined something at that point, haven't we? How do we do this? Am I starting it wrong, potentially? Another start I could make is do this. This correct? No, I can't get into these bottom boxes now. What other start can I make? That's between these two, and I think this is the most promising first move. What if I immediately push that one there? Push that one just out of the way. That could work. Could that? Could that work? No. Okay, yeah, I don't know what to say about this. Domina's become a puzzle game. I'm not good at commenting on puzzles. I'm just thinking this over. Let me know if you do see a solution. I will do my best to follow any instructions you give me. Push down. Push. Down again's not great. This is awfully close to me completely ruining everything. I do... yeah, definitely ruined everything now. What do we do for this? How do we puzzle the game? It's definitely puzzled me. Well, it looks like such a simple puzzle as well. Just 6 boxes. Just need to be shift the 2 left and rightmost columns. They just need to be shifted up 1. That's nice and simple, isn't it? Not. Because you can't just shift 1 box, can you? Okay, let's try something completely new. Again, that's definitely not it. We've ruined it. What do we do here? Other way to start, but I did see before, is do this. I can't get that middle box easily though. My next move would have to be pushing this box in. Push that box inwards. That's creating the middle just stuck. It has to start in the middle. So I do this. Let's plan this out. That box goes there. This box needs to be pushed down first. Those 2 go there. Could be a case of rotating everything around. Let's try that. We need to rotate. We need 1 thing to sit out for time being. We do this. It's close, but now I've trapped myself. I do think we need to rotate stuff though. That seems to make the most sense. If I leave that topmost box towards the end of everything I do, potentially I can get stuff working. Yeah, what I can do is this. Then have that one there. Damn, I moved it slightly too much. I was onto something as well. Yeah, puzzles. I don't do well with puzzles. That one down has to be the right move because of how the map's been made. Want to push that one in though. Okay. This is a somewhat new approach. How does this one go? I need to then get this one freed, so that would need to do that. That can go down. Is that me pretty much solved it? Yeah, that's me solved it. That was a weird puzzle, I don't quite know what I did in the end there. Seems to have worked though. Just kept pushing things around and it seemed to do the job. This one just seems mean. Okay. First immediate thought, push that one up. Push that one in. That presents a problem though. Push that down, now I can't get anything out. We need to be able to fill in these vents. Or drains, as I believe it said earlier. Move the cursor somewhat. I mean, the first move would probably be doing that. Another move, potentially? No. What I was going to say is we could move this one down and push it in. But now we can't get this one in the end. We need to be able to get the rightmost one out, so these three need to keep their spacing. What I think we need to do is get a system to move all of these along and then get this one into the very end drain. For this to work, we need to do something along the lines of this. That went wrong. Push that one up, that one out. These... I hate this grid-based system, I keep thinking I'm further over than I am. Okay, push them like that. Push that one like that. This one then goes over to the end. Rinse and repeat, we're finished. That's us got the map done. Okay, that puzzle wasn't too bad. I managed to somewhat methodically figure this one out. Apart from this last crate. Oh no. Where did I get the last one? Okay. Push that one out, push it up. Yeah, we need to swap these about. How do we swap them with this little space? Right, I can push this one further up, can't I? Yeah. Never mind, figured it out. There we are. God, these puzzles are a lot more difficult than I would have thought Domina would have. Didn't think Domina would have any puzzles, let alone anything challenging. So what's the first move here? Immediately, this crate can move up. This one can move in there. What does that allow me to do? I don't know. This one next to me, I can't push, like that one there. If I push in here at all, I can no longer get either of those crates out. So that can't be the right move. As soon as we get them into the middle somewhere, it's fine, but we need to actually get them to the middle somehow. Okay, let's think this out. This crate, it goes to there potentially. Let's see what we can do after that. Push that one down, then push up to there, push it out, so I can get to that spot. Ah, hello me. I'm currently getting confused because Domina is no longer a gladiator game. If we push that one there, we can no longer get in. What do we do? We can push that there. We push these two crates up. Gives us some more space to work in. That one there. Then need to push this one up somewhat. We can now get that one freed. Your HP, I believe, is at 31 million, I think it is. I'm going to check in a moment for you. I'm currently doing puzzles. Yeah, how do we do this? Push this one further up, that ruins everything. How do we do this? Push that crate, it could go there. Let me push that one up. We're then stuck, we can't get into this top area. So we need this top area clear, then we push everything up. How do we do that? Okay, this one can go back down for now. Let's give ourselves more space to work with. I mean, Tyrant Soul only does, like, I think most I've seen 7 million damage to someone with no armor. So, yeah, you do stand a good chance of at least surviving against him, if nothing else. Okay, from here I can't push that crate any further down. Or I could, I can then free it up in a minute. We need to get this crate out if we can. How do we do this? Push that one out anymore, we get stuck. That box, we get trapped. Push this one along one. That's not going to help, but we can do this potentially. Gives us some extra space to work in. Do this. Does this help at all? I'm going to say no, but I'm gonna keep going forward with it. I'm gonna do best by actually doing things now, rather than just guessing. Because this seems to be looking somewhat promising. Need to leave space up there. That's fine. That one there. That crate's gonna get in the way. How long am I doing this? I'm gonna be going for another hour, roughly. I don't know. I'm doing puzzles, so I could get sidetracked massively. I'm not great at puzzles, I do enjoy them though. Yeah, we've messed something up somewhere. We need to restart. Immediately get this box out. So immediately push that one up, that one up, that one over. That goes over, that goes down. What can we do here? Oh, you think you've seen this puzzle? I mean, if you know how to complete it, I will take hints. I'm more than up for having hints. Yeah, what do you do now? You see, I need to push this crate, the green one currently, over to there so I can access these. Why am I doing this? I mean, I can, so I thought I might as well give it a shot. It's not worth it. No, maybe I should stop. I want to do this puzzle though, because you can't go back to puzzles, it's not like levels. Okay, let's do this. Then do that. Would it not give you anything more than that? I thought maybe if you did enough you'd get some fancy reward. I am half expecting you to be correct. Yeah, let's just go back to Lewis. Sure. I'll just keep going. Yeah, your health, 3.1, no, 31 million.6. So, you're doing rather nicely. You've not got a lot of health left, however. So we do need to train you up in that regard. We should get better prestige healing. That's definitely going to be worth it. You've got too much health. For you, John wants a free. I'm going to give you lots of defense. See what happens when you max that out. I'll give you a little bit more attack. Just so you can stand your own ground. After that, entirely defense. Potentially, I'll put you in some championships as well. Yeah, those puzzles are bizarre though, aren't they? Yeah, your health's going up very slowly. We don't know when you're going to get fully healed. I'm trying to get the Medicus somewhat more proficient so he heals you a lot quicker. Because, yeah, he heals about 0.1 every half a second currently. Which is alright. Healing 0.1k. That's ridiculously good. But he's not going to be healing you anywhere near as much as he needs to be. Speaking of healing, I think I finished healing, yes. The Gladiator's not really getting close, I'll be honest. But I can still hope that I can get a prestiged version of myself. I know I can do it eventually. Would I fight? Not fighting you, mate. You would one-shot me. I don't fancy getting one-shotted, I'll be completely honest with you. I think take this person. And not the other you, the other you's too easy. We're not doing that. I'm currently starting to attack quite quickly. I've picked up a weapon from somewhere. I stand more of a chance now than I did with my bow and arrow. Still not a very good chance by the looks of it though. Oh, never mind. I managed to do it. Hooray! Didn't expect that. Your race to is too easy. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say other than he dies too quickly, even to me. And my really terrible bow, quite frankly. A drunken gambling frenzy, your brother-in-law's racked up a sizable debt of 20 coin. Being unable to pay, he ran to your villa for safety. When he sobered up, he begs for your assistance. The gamblers demand payment immediately. These are not meant to be trifled with. He'll certainly collect for payment, in blood if necessary. Pay a partial amount, pay it all, or pay nothing. Amaze saying pay part of it. Not entirely ruthless. And I'm going to assume John wants to freeze left for a moment, so option 2 it is. The gamblers accept your payment but your brother-in-law disappears into the wilderness and never pays the full amount. Gambler returns to your villa and demands satisfaction. You have one of your gladiators break his arm for attempting extortion. Lovely. Paid a whole 5 coin for that event and got nothing of it. It's a slave with 1 million health. Alright, cool. Do we fight the slave? Why is there a slave with 1 million health? Okay, who gets to fight him? Do we send Tyrant's Soul, who can just one-shot him at this point? His damage is terrible. He had 0 in all other things. He has 10 in his strength for health. So this guy's not going to be worrying. But look at that. In fact, that's 9 in health. Who do we send? We need someone who can actually kill this guy, 'cause he's got a lot of health. We're only allowed one person. Now, in May, you deal 10k per hit. That will be boosted to 15k because of morale. In fact, no it won't. You're not very happy right now. Simply because you're not very high on your health, percentage wise. I think send Tyrant Soul, he's the only one that can kill them. It's just going to be over in one hit though. There we go. 4.6 million. He says easy money. I don't need money. Money is not anything we need now. All of heroes, let's keep removing stuff. Yeah, what do we do now? We can get another exhibition match, and I can fight against you if you really want. Let's see, where am I? I'm there. I'm not entirely healed, so this could be a more balanced fight. Let's see. Got a lovely quack as well. Okay. Serrated Poison Blaze, or whatever it was, doesn't apply to the arrows. That's an interesting one to know. It makes a Sagittarius even worse than I thought. Lovely. He still beat you though. Sagittarius is very powerful. Clearly. Sagittarius is bloody useless. I hate him so much. I've got more quacks as well. Can you train max weapon? I'm assuming you mean on this man? Do you want more attack? No, you're telling me to hydrate. I will drink some more water, but I'm actually running out. I've been doing rather well drinking water this time. Usually I forget. The other one as well. Alright, max weapon it is. Architect. Let's gather some stones. We still need some in that spot. Got plenty of wine. It's only going up each day, so just keep these guys bribed. It doesn't go above 256. So you can't just afford to bribe them constantly, pretty much. Ah, sadly it's not as good a slave as before. Still has a lot of health for a slave though. Don't know the stats in there, so I'm going to say no, just to be on the safe side. These men in the middle, anything much? We've got 10 million health on a slave. He's not prestiged. What? That's not 10 million, that's just 1 million, sorry, I misread it. But he's not prestiged. That's 1 million with level 40 strength. The rest of them are fine. We've even got a Greg down there. I mean, we have to, don't we? Do we send in the whole group? Or do the two of you want to just go in and murder them? They could just send the two of you. I think sending you two should actually work out. Let's see how much money we can rack up. Now they all start chains, so you're going to get the first hits in and murder all of them. Yeah, there they all go. It's down to this one man who's just being brutally attacked. Just look at you getting in there. How fast can you attack? Look at you, John Knox. That's madness. Those lions coming in to try and do something, but might actually stand a chance of killing this guy. I mean, you're not doing a lot of damage per hit, but if we get you a bit more attack, you could very much be a frontline fighter as well as attack. Will we actually kill him in time though? Is the question. Yeah. The lions just died. Even touch you. And May, you're playing a bit too defensively, I feel. I don't know why you think you need to defend against this man. You're not getting many hits in. It's just John wants to be eviscerating him. Look at all the carnage over in the middle. Audio did not have fun there, oh dear. I mean, yeah, if he's trying to block at times, and he does for a while, which is why we get all the audio just glitching out. Okay, 10 seconds left, we're not going to get it, sadly. It's a shame we didn't get victory. I feel in spirit we did, though. How much money do you think we get? I'm gonna say 50k. 18k? That's hardly anything. Boo. Boo, I say. Clearly we need to get you more attack. Yeah, that's pretty good now. You're getting maybe not quite enough health per second. We do have this, that's fine. What do you want to do? Because any of these are alright. The wife of the magistrate shows interest in you during a gathering at his villa. Why shouldn't she? You're ravishing. I can press her with wine and pursue sexual congress. Note her potential weakness, if do nothing else. Or press her with wine and lead her on. Have no intentions of a sexual debauch. I'm flattered and would see where the night goes. Option 1, says me. Option 1 it is. I'm not seeing any other votes. I cannot tell if you've conquered a mountain or the mountain conquered you, but you're exhausted and satisfied. After Congress, the woman tells you the myriad of ways in which a magistrate is unable to please her sexually, mentally, and emotionally. Nothing pleases you more than learning how inadequate the magistrate is as a lover. You're not surprised by his wife's ridicule, but you relish the idea of holding on to this embarrassing information for potential gain someday soon. Basically using fancy words to say you had sex, that's about it. The magistrate's not happy at sex, his wife. I can get happy, don't worry. There we go. He's completely forgotten about it now. In fact, he actually loves me. I've got too much wine. I think I want to test out you a bit more, John Lots 3. You have been doing very well. So let's see. Can you continue to do amazingly well? This guy's got a lot of health, got 1.6k. However, you are just pressing your advantage continuously. You have clearly an awful lot of aggro. Link still isn't working. I need to figure that one out. Give me a minute. Where is a bot? I do this instead. Does that fix the bot potentially? I'm just gonna paste this into chat, see if it works. Oh, alright, I'll see you around, Amy. Okay, that's now the message your bot's going to be saying. Cool, I fixed the bot. Perfect. You are insanely quick though. I don't understand why you're so quick entirely. Like, what is your aggro? It doesn't say. You're apparently evasive and dodgy. Doesn't really strike me as it, I'll be honest. You do seem to be a bit more on the murdery side, if I had to say. Also, May needs more attack. This is his last point of training. I'm curious. Do you think you could match up against the May? You need more health, of course, because he's currently able to one-shot you. But could you match up against someone with 31 million? Oh, yeah, tidy the hero place. Good shout. I don't entirely need to, but I should do it regardless because I've got too many things. Okay, May's getting healed. Not fast enough though. So, Medicus, you shall somewhat be relieved of your duty. You just need to do some training instead. It's not quite the same. Map of the games. Is it this one? Yes, I'm gonna try out here. As long as you're wanting to anyway. If everything goes wrong, you could actually die here. In fact, no. That being the case, I'll send Tyrant Soul in as well. Get you some backup. I don't want you just dying on me. Yeah, that went fine with Tyrant Soul. Tyrant Soul, you need to keep in mind, does several million damage per hit. Chariot, it goes in there. Wonder how many chariots and horses we've actually gathered at this point, because we've got a lot. Let's see. Okay, we have 3 different chariots, only the 1 horse. You've got better attack training. I give you an extra, like, 2 levels maybe? Yeah, I'll give you a little bit more attack, because you do need to be able to deal damage against these guys who have mad amounts of health. Speaking of, do we have anyone else with a mad amount of health? 31k. It's high, it's not really all that high. 3k in this guy. Do you want to try your lot against this group? They might actually murder you because you've not got the most health. If you want backup, say so now. because otherwise you're going to go in on your own, and I'm not entirely sure if you'll be coming out alive. Sagittarius isn't an issue. The rest of these people you should be able to kill with pretty much ease. Is Rotarius down here? Was it Rotarius? I swear there's another person. This Rotarius. They've got high health, they've got high-ish damage. Not as high as you, mind. I think you should be alright. It's going to be a close fight though. A lot closer than I would typically like it to be. Now we have a Prestige Sagittarius, I'm curious if it's actually going to be any good. It would seem not, it's still not doing much to you. You are just tearing through these now. You've lost roughly a fifth of your health now. You're netted for a brief moment, you've had your shirt taken off, your shoulder piece has been taken off. Down to about half, well you might actually die. And yeah, you're dead. You died, haven't you? Damn. I thought that might have happened, I should have been more careful. Let me quickly cheat for you. There we go. You know the drill. I'll get you back again. And that was 500. There we go, back to default values. Look, there's someone up there. I can't do anything with them. Have Medicus tend to them. Perfect. And here you are. Do you want to be a sizer again? Or scissor, or whatever. I think you should be, but we'll pretend nothing happened. It's definitely cheating at that point, but honestly, we've gotten to the point where we can't lose. May as well just cheat. There we are. We need to get you several victories very quickly. So you versus, where is my one? There I am. We need to get you 12 victories, then you're allowed to become Big Fancy Gladiator again. Yeah, you'll easily beat me. There we go. I'll put you against May the Charioteer as well, not the actual May. Exhibition match, and you again versus, where is he? And May the Charioteer. Again, should be a nice simple match. He has a whip, you've got 2 swords of death. There we go. He did try and whip you, and he did get a hit in, whether that was with his sword or whip, I'm not entirely certain. But regardless, it did you well. Defense training now. It's all you need, and then you need victories. Nice easy fight there. It's the wrong person. Send you in. I mean, they've got lots of health. I think you should be alright. If... no, never mind. You weren't alright. You know the drill. Give me a second. I've definitely cheated at this point. There we go. I'll get that sorted out for you. It's insane that you can just have people pay to have an incredibly strong gladiator in this. That doesn't seem like it should be how it works. Yeah, get you some stuff, I'll need just a moment. take a while. There we are. Yeah, everything's upgraded, perfect. Yeah, let's pretend you didn't die for a second time. That's fine. We should do more games, shouldn't we? I'll just send in Tyrant Soul. He can't lose. Legitimately, he cannot lose. I'm not even exaggerating at that point. Yeah, full upgrade would be nice for endless mode. It doesn't really matter apart from that. Like in the regular game, a lot of the time you don't actually want to upgrade to full necessarily. Got another chariot as well. That one's going into the livery. That didn't go into the livery, did it? Stream elements, you can stay. No, stream elements. Grant freedom. Grant freedom. Grant freedom. Yeah, I believe everyone I've got is currently fully upgraded. We've also got several chariots we're just collecting at this point. All of heroes, we can remove some more junk, that's fine. Wall there. That's actually just text rather than that, which is a bit of a weird thing doing puzzles in Domina. Dex full. Oh yeah, we should give you something, shouldn't we? Have some roll speed and some max stamina, and yeah, that'll do. When do we get exhibition matches again? It's a while off. Let's just keep doing championships then. Tyrant Soul will one-shot this man as well. He'll one-shot everyone without any discrimination. Like a true gladiator should. There we go. Prestige gladiators are daft. I've said it before, I'm gonna keep saying it. There is no challenge anymore, except from those puzzles, because I don't do well at puzzles. We can get this one as well, might as well. Tyrant Soul on his own again. Just make sure he won't lose, no. I will say, if you are wanting to get into streaming, it might be an idea to try Domina. Like, Domina's not got a lot of people who actually stream it, and people who come along do tend to be quite kind and like supportive. They'll help you out if you need it. Just going back to streaming thing we were on about earlier. I have enjoyed the community from Domina who've come along to watching its streams. Even if they don't come back again, they all seem to be kind people. They like to help you figure stuff out. And if you do have money set up, occasionally they'll just give you money. But you need to get to Twitch affiliate for that, which takes a while. So I wouldn't bank on that being necessarily a way to get money. Just do it as something for fun, is my advice. So otherwise you're going to get fed up of it very quickly, I'd imagine. Yep, there he goes. There's not much to say about these fights. Things just go well. That's what happens. Don't need any of these. I don't care. Go away, all of you. You can zoom. Why can you zoom on the car? Cool. That's useless, isn't it? Exhibition match again. Let's send you in. We need to get you more victories. We'll against Stream Elements. Stream Elements is a perfectly capable fighter. Stream Elements beats you. You're apparently too capable a fighter. No. That's not what we wanted. We want nice simple victories. What do we do here? I think we could just do a chariot race. I haven't sent the gladiator who's a charioteer out in a while. There we go. Out goes a May. Let's see. Is there going to be any difference having a May as a charioteer? He reaches the top speed quicker, but that's it. Now, the top speed, as you can see, is insanely fast. Like, this is maxed out horse and chariot. He is speeding along. God, I didn't even know this horse could go so fast. Just look at this. Both other men are charioteers, which is why I put me in with this charioteer gladiator. But God, yeah, it's just zooming, isn't he? Here we go, last thing. That should be a victory, yeah. That went well, I guess. Not much else I can say. Got man, there we go, he's been freed. Now we've got one game left, is this the legate we need? Yes. Let's go do this. Well, that one's dead easy. I'll send him May to do this. He's not around, but I feel I should send him in. Just to test out if he can one-shot this man. Should be able to. There we go. 90k damage. And we're coming up to championship in just a week now. Do we think we could send Tyrant Soul in alone? Potentially. Potentially we could. Unbeknownst to you, a gladiator was having an affair with one of your house slaves, and she is now pregnant with child. Can punish him, disregard it, reward the mother with her freedom, or reward them both. I'm thinking option 3 personally, because I don't want to accidentally set one of the prestige gladiators loose. Option 3 then. Your house slaves are overjoyed. Gladiator morale also increases. Lovely. I've just been kind. But May's getting some good healing now. Think. Get more prestige level. We need better healing for next time because we want to get, if possible, one of each gladiator to be a prestige person. Sagittarius and Charioteer are going to be the hardest ones to do. Anyway, is this? Yeah, this is the same as usual. That's fine. We can just get past that. Well, championship, then I'll likely wrap up the stream. Any of these people actually a threat? No, they're not. Who should we send for glory? I think just send Tyrant Soul. He is the top gladiator. He's able to do this solo with ease. Just watch this. This is the final championship battle, keep in mind. And yeah, he's just going through them. these Prestige Gladiators draft, I might just start a standard run again next time because I mean, unless people want to see actual endless mode and see just how ludicrous we can make things. Because I could do that. As it stands though, I do think endless mode's getting a bit boring. I might even potentially consider moving, what's it called, Noita in for the Saturday slots because I do enjoy Noita. And on Sundays there don't seem to be too many people coming along, which is a shame. I do enjoy having people coming in to vote, especially now that I've got channel points that can now spawn things in on me. But yeah, for now, that will be me. I'm glad you've come around and stuck in around, and hopefully you've enjoyed. I very much, again, appreciate you subscribing. Like, the support's definitely appreciated. I don't know what happens when I clean out the hero place. I'm assuming each of them stores a dead gladiator so I can bring them back to life. Because that's what the Hall of Heroes says it does. I don't actually know. But let me check something quickly. No, we don't have you down here. Go away, Domina bot. We know we're doing Domina. You don't need to telling us. But anyway, yeah. I appreciate you coming along. It's very much appreciate that you subscribe. Won't be seeing money for a while, but I do appreciate you supporting me. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If anyone's watching the VOD of this at all, I hope you also enjoy the rest of your evening, or day, or whatever it may be for you. And I will hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.